Come with me to Squamish Vegan Festival. Here's my fit for the first day.
Happy to report that I'm smiling again. And I'm singing. Because no one is here. Nobody at all. And there's no Ubers either. So we're just carrying this. It's so heavy. I'm dying. But I'm fine.
As soon as I got there, there was this conscious connecting game starting, and these were some people from the event. Some of the questions that we got asked, and it was nice just to be able to experience connecting with everybody to start off with. And this was a cyclist who's cycling all over Canada who was there to talk about his experience of raising money for sanctuaries and cycling across Canada. This is what the campsite looked like. There's room for thousands of people here, actually. Here's my tent, and I got a ready to sleep in tent with a blanket and a pillow. There was kombucha on tap, and the whole event was zero waste, so we got to keep that same kombucha over and over, the same cup, washing it out ourselves. There was some music the first night, and I got to wear my favorite hoodie. This is the view of the music and the stage, and the morning I woke up and look at the sun just coming in beautifully through the trees. And honestly, at this point I was like, this is why I love camping. It was just perfect, and I was just so grateful to be waking up in the sunshine. Good morning. Look at this beautiful tent, the way the sun filters through. I'm feeling so connected to nature this morning, listening to the beautiful sounds of the birds and the wind, feeling the sunshine. The sun was coming through real beautifully, and I just opened this little flap of the tent and just saw the beautiful sun. Oh, I miss camping. It's so much fun. And I'm so excited for the rest of this trip. I'm so excited for all of the fun that today brings. I am so excited to make new friends. I'm so excited to feel gratitude, to be in nature. I'm so excited to continue to ground my body in the beauty of Squamish, and I just am so grateful for this event. Here is a hat I got from Vegan Camp out in the UK, my number 49 bag, and my little outfit of the day. All my athleisure from Halara, and here's me redoing this again. But yeah, this was kind of the perfect outfit because we were doing a lot of yoga and different activities, so I really recommend wearing athleisure if you don't already do that. Here is the mountain with a ×5 zoom. This is the Squamish River, which is only like a 10-minute walk away, which was amazing, and we got to swim in it. This is some handpan music going on, which was incredible, and yeah, I just got to lie there in the sun and enjoy that handpan music and do a little sound healing and little meditation right here on the grass. It was so good to bring my own yoga mat. Really glad I did that for this. And that's my Vegan Woman Summit bag. And yeah, I just had a lovely little time listening to this music. And at this point, so far, it was only a day and a half into the event, and I had already made so many lovely friends, and I've just really enjoyed this whole experience. So yeah, feeling very grateful for it. Then it was time for yoga, so here we are all getting ready to do yoga, and it was really good, although it was 90 minutes, which is way longer than what I'm used to. So I just did it for a while, got my cute little video, and just mostly observed everyone else doing yoga, and I used that time to journal and write a love letter to myself. And here is a burger from Terry Burgers. There was also even pottery workshops, which was lovely, and people were making spoons and snails and slugs. And here we are back with Conscious Kitties for a breath work. That breath work was actually extremely powerful. It was breath work, then followed by ecstatic dance, which was beautiful and fun. And here is a lovely dog that was hanging out, and he was howling along with us, which was really special and lovely. And yeah, it was like such a perfect day. And here is how we got our drinks with these little tokens. Here is one of the presenters, Vegan Family Kitchen, talking about her experience going vegan.
My grandfather was a dairy farmer. Just before I was born, my dad had the dairy farm for a while, but very sadly then moved on to a pig farm when I was born. And thankfully, a few years later, they moved on to growing plants, mostly vegetables and flowers for people's gardens. I think my dad was a repressed vegan somewhere deep down. He really liked animals. Like, there's not a goldfish that my father has not tried to communicate with. But also, he was very scared because working on a farm with animals, even not very many animals, as was the case then, that's 45 years ago, it was very scary, and he didn't like that. And I'm quite sure, didn't also like sending the animals to slaughter. But I grew up in a family where it was normal, and I'm really ashamed and embarrassed to realize that. And I was, like, my favorite thing to eat was rare steak with a piece of blue cheese on it. So it was a really big deal for me to do that. But I was like, I gotta take one for the team, you know, somebody's gotta go plant-based. So I went plant-based. It was not even really a super popular term back then. So I was eating vegan. And then 2 years later, my second child was born. And I don't have the excuse to say that I didn't know where milk came from. Remember, I came from a dairy farm. Like, not only my immediate family had a dairy farm, but like I remember going to my uncle's dairy farm, and we had like milk straight from the cow sometimes. And I knew that cows had to have a baby to make milk. Like, a lot of people don't know that. They think that cows make milk like apple trees make apples, but they don't know that the cow needs to have a baby. But I was a breastfeeding mother. And in the middle of the night, I was like, oh crap, I can't keep on doing this anymore. You know, I was plant-based at home, but outside I would be kind of vegetarian, loosey-goosey, and I would have meat sometimes at friends' houses or at my in-laws. But in that moment, when I was breastfeeding my infant son, who was like 2 months, you know, when your brain starts to function again a little bit after childbirth, I was thinking, what if somebody came and took my son to slaughter and took my milk for resale? And that morning, that was the end of it. And the next night, I remember we went to my in-laws for dinner, and that was the stage where I had to say no thanks to steak, and it created a bit of a kerfuffle. It was not an easy part of life, but it was totally worth it. Just like everyone here who's vegan, I think the biggest regret is not doing it sooner. And I decided I would do everything I could to help more people eat more plants from that stage forward. So coming from a background as an academic researcher, I didn't go back to work after my mat leave with my second child.
So this is a pasta made with the zero waste green sauce that she taught us how to make.
Vibrancy.
And then we needed to to get firewood. So
What was that noise?
attendees has this 1981 van, which was crazy, and we got to drive this crazy thing into Walmart. Then it was time when we got back for Sound Circle, and this was a lovely sound healing singing circle hosted by these two lovely women. Then it was time for a fan flow workshop, which is actually a lot harder than it looks. I just like playing around with it. There was also the opportunity to do this tightrope. I don't know what this is even called, circus rope thing. Then it was time to dance, and I just absolutely loved dancing. And at this point, I was just having the best time and really just healing and dancing and grounding myself in the beautiful grass and the earth here. And it was just a really lovely time, and I felt like very free and liberated and happy and joyful. And so, yeah, I just really wanted to capture this lovely moment. And if you haven't done ecstatic dance, like, I really highly recommend it, because it's such a healing practice of moving energy through your body and just having the best time. And I mean, it's really a journey because I feel like most people don't dance unless they're drunk or unless they have a reason to dance, really, and they're kind of nervous of being seen. But ecstatic dance is just really all about liberation and freedom and healing and growth. And to wrap it off, here is our lovely campfire. See you guys next year.